Hey guys, hope you're doing good. So if you're watching this video, then I promise you that today is about to be a special day for you. Less of a special day for me because I'm actually going to be losing money, but it is what it is. For the sake of dropping bangers after bangers and valuable insights to people out there trying to scale their businesses, you got to lose out in the short term, okay? But in order for me to tell you why today is about to be a special day, I actually have to take you back and give you a bit more context and share with you a story, right? But for those who don't know me, my name is Serge Gatari. I run clientacquisition.io. It's a company that makes it unreasonable for people running service-based businesses, agencies, consulting, high ticket consulting businesses not to scale past 50K to 100K per month, okay? And the way we do it is we build offers, we refine sales arguments, we build outbound campaigns so we can generate more meetings, and we also build appointment setting teams for you so you can be removed from the process of setting meetings, right? So we kind of like take care of everything that would keep you from not generating meetings, not generating sales, okay? And 8 months ago, I had a client who joined our program. It helped him introduce a new offer, and from the day he started to push the offer to 7 weeks from the day he started to push that offer, 7 weeks later he had scaled to $60,000 a month, okay? I have never experienced such a fast growth, especially if you're not relying on a lot of ad spend. When I saw that growth, I was like, whoa, this is an anomaly. There is something here, right? So what I did to try to prove that this could actually be a good thing is I started helping a lot more clients introduce the same offer to what the client was pushing, because at the end of the day, I want more of my clients to succeed, right? And that offer was, the offer that we were pushing was kind of related to TikTok, offers, UGCs, all that good stuff, right? And the next client who introduced it went from 5 to 10K a month to 25K a month a few months later, right? Another client went from 7K a month to 50K a month in 4 months, in less than 4 months, right? And these are not necessarily clients who just got started in the game, right? These are people who had previously been in the game for a year or so, but have never been able to scale past 10K a month, right? So after having 5 clients at a combined total, of new ARR of around $2 million to $3 million in less than 5 months, I was like, whoa, this is insane, right? So what I decided to do is we created a training around everything that we've learned in the last 6 months or so around launching new offers related to TikTok, but not necessarily just TikTok itself, but just the overall trends going on in the marketplace right now, right? And the whole reason behind the reasoning behind the training was, how can you scale fast, right? By giving the market what the market wants, right? That's my whole thing. I like to give people what they want, and then once I have capital, then I like to go and solve bigger problems, right? So I designed this training. I shouldn't really be releasing this training, not just because it has made me money, but because of the amount of value and insights that we shared in this training, right? We generally did not hold anything back. And when I say we, I mean, it was me, my clients, and our partners on that webinar. We were sharing everything, right? We shared the top 3 winning offers, the client acquisition infrastructure, the outreach workflow, how we're booking 25, 50 to 100 meetings plus per month, the service delivery, right? If you're pushing TikTok right now, then you know that the hardest part is not actually how to get clients, it's actually how do you actually fulfill, right? We solved that onboarding, project management systems. Clients literally shared their screen and showed us everything, all the systems that they have, right? We went over the demo and sales call structure, so you know how to sell. We went over UGC packages, so if you're pushing out UGC offers, then we went over how to package it and price it so you can actually make a profit out of it. And at the end of the webinar, I also shared our proprietary scaling blueprint and client acquisition infrastructure that we actually build in our clients' companies, right? So I shared what we do at the end of the training. And now for the next, normally you actually have to pay to access this training, but from the 26th, for the next 5 days, I've actually decided that I want to release it for free, all right? Not because I'm an angel, but because I generally think that the only way for people to work with us is if they're actually at a point where they're earning money, right? So I was like, well, why would I keep information from people who could potentially become clients? Why don't I give it away for free? Right now, I'm not going to extend it and keep it for free for longer than 5 because I genuinely don't want to create that much competition for our clients. So I genuinely want to add a gate to an obstacle to keeping people outside from getting the training, right? But for the next 5 days, it's free. I'm gonna be releasing a training for after this. Once this part ends, this segment, I'm gonna be releasing the 36 first minutes of that 3-hour training. Right, the training is 3 hours, but I'm gonna be releasing the first 36 minutes so you can see what it's like and get a little bit of value. Now, if you want to access it, you're going to have a link below that you have to go and opt in and actually receive the full training, right? It's on a portal, so you're going to have to opt in and create your users and stuff like that. Yeah, find it helpful. I think it's worth 3 hours of your life, guys. It's generally everything, okay? The price will be going from $2.99 to $4.99 after these next 5 days. So if you don't get it while it's free, then please understand that you're going to have to pay $500 to access it, okay? So that's pretty much it. Again, watch the first 36 minutes, and then if you want to get more, click the link below, opt in, and get the training, okay? Thank you so much. Have an amazing time consuming the content. Bye-bye. All right, so the goal with today's session is to in the last few months, we've started this thing around introducing TikTok offers for a lot of our clients. And to be honest, it's been life-changing, not just for me, but for some of my clients too, right? And my goal, I've never really been one to sell information. So every time that I do these live sessions, the goal with them is to literally give away everything that we are currently leveraging to actually scale our customers, right? We're not necessarily here to sell courses. We're here to actually sell infrastructures and implementation, so that for anyone who literally desires success, or at least financial success, can be able to leverage the stuff that we're going to be sharing to actually take action and to be able to get ahead in life, right? And I do this because I would have personally loved to have someone because when you're starting out, you don't necessarily have all the budget in the world, and you have other things that you have to pay for. So maybe getting actual specific knowledge can be the thing that helps you move forward without having any obstacle. The only thing that I would ask you guys to do is just put your screen on if you're on this Zoom. There's no reason to not be showing your face. It's like how you expect to make $1 million with no camera. That would be a little tricky, right? And I want to also know who you are, right? If I don't know who you are, if I have never seen your face, then it's hard for me to come on now. So it's my birthday, so might get a little bit of 1 second. Let me Sorry, it's my aunt calling me. 1 second. Go fly. All right, shall we get started? Only thing before we get started, only thing I'd like to ask you guys to do is be respectful. Wish me happy birthday in the comments, okay? Because I should be somewhere out there drinking like tequila or something like that, right? What I'd like you guys to do, I'm not necessarily going to force you guys to do it, but if you can please make a story on Instagram, Facebook, or whichever platform you're on, maybe even a post, and take a picture of this and then tag my name, so Serge Gatari and clownacquisition.io, and just write besides it 50K a month TikTok agency, right? That's all you guys have to do, because today's session is about to be amazing. It's not actually going to be just me presenting today. It's going to have Chris, who's a customer who's scaled his agency, who's going to be presenting. I have Koopa, who's going to be presenting. I have also Ashley, who are both partners and who help with fulfillment for our clients. Okay, so I'm not necessarily an expert in all areas, so I'm going to let those who are in the game solving specific issues do the sharing of knowledge. Okay, so yeah, but before we get started, I just need them stories. I need them tags on Instagram, guys. I need you guys to run it up.
Okay, cool. I think we can get started. Did I forget anything? I don't think I did. All right, nice to see everyone here. I see a lot of beautiful faces. I see a lot of names. So I don't know if you guys are beautiful or not. We'll never know. All right, cool. So in today's session, I want to go over, everything you guys would need to know to make it unreasonable for you not to have a 50K a month TikTok agency in 4 months or less. The reason why I'm saying 4 months or less is not because I just I just want to make a big claim and just put out 4 months. No, it's literally, we've had multiple clients literally scale to 50K a month or more in 4 months or less. Okay. So this is from pure facts, okay? So for those who don't know me, my name is Serge Gatari. I run clientacquisition.io. It's a consultancy / agency where we build people's offers, we build client acquisition systems, we hire and train growth teams for you, and we help you take care of fulfillment, at least when it comes to this TikTok angle of our service, okay? So why should you listen to anything I say? So I quit my job in 2020, July. Beginning of July. So it's been 2 years. But a year later, I started client acquisition.io, scaled it to over 2 mil in annual recurring revenue in 10 months. I think we had our biggest month in May, which was $187,000 collected in less than 30 days. We'll consult and we've built client acquisition infrastructures for over 400 agencies, as well as high ticket info businesses, of course. We manage over 100 outbound campaigns for agencies, high ticket info business, and know what works and what doesn't. Okay. The difference between people who sell courses and like our business is that we're in the trenches every single day with our customers, right? We have, I mean, I could show you guys what we do, but it would take a whole day to do it. So I'm not going to get into it. So yeah, we're in the trenches. We do outreach ourselves. We book around 300 meetings every single month from, just through outbound. Okay. Reg, who's our operation, manager, who takes care of some of the appointment setting process, as who also takes care of our accounting. Recently did the P&L of our first year in business. So we crossed $1 million, and I was looking at this profit and loss statement, and I realized that we've only had $6,000, $7,000 in refunds, which was from like 2 clients, and then over $1 million collected in the last year, the last 12 months, right? And the reason why I point this out is because in order to achieve a refund rate this low, guys, I would love to have someone show me a refund rate this low who's on this call. We have 100 people on this call. So if you can, I'd praise you, and I'd probably sign up for your services right now, right? But you need an amazing service, and we have built that amazing service and experience for our customers, okay? Pretty profitable too. So hopefully you guys can pay attention to what I'm going to say. So why is starting a TikTok offer the best vehicle to jump in right now? Okay, so a lot of you guys, when I say TikTok agency, I'm not necessarily saying that the only way to make money with TikTok is to be running an agency. That's not actually the case. What you guys will see in this presentation is that I'm actually going to be breaking down a few offers that are also in the consulting space. So you don't necessarily need an agency, you don't need creators, you don't need this and that to actually make money with this offer, right? So, but the number one reason why I personally think the reason why most of our customers are succeeding is probably, of course, it's a little bit because of the help we help them with client acquisition infrastructures. But the number one reason why it's so easy to win with this offer is because it's trendy, right? A few months ago, I was listening to Hormoz's YouTube video where he shared a story about about a friend's realization of how important trends are, right? So the story goes like this. I think he was an entrepreneur. I think he's probably done over 9 figures, the guy that he was talking about. And his friend, essentially, what he ended up realizing was that what the friend told Hormozi was that, when I was winning, back in my days, is that I thought I was actually an amazing entrepreneur, right? He thought he was a beast. He thought he was everything that he was winning at was because of how good he is, of how good he's making at decisions, of how smart he was, of how good the systems that he had built were. But looking back a few decades, what he ended up realizing was that every time that he was winning was because there was a trend that actually made it easier for him to win, right? He ended up realizing that every single win. So as an example, if I look at our own success in with client acquisition.io, we went from making like $87,000 a month to making $187,000 the next month, right? Now, the me who's egotistical would probably be like, oh my God, Serge, you're such an amazing entrepreneur. You're such a fucking shark. Oh my God, you should probably go and buy another car this month, right? But do you know what? I did not do that. I was like, hey guys, we got lucky. We're in a fucking trend. And do you know what? I'm gonna fucking run it until I fucking make $1 million a month. Okay. So the number one thing, guys, like I could even end this webinar here right now. If you guys just understand this lesson, I personally think you guys can make it unreasonable for you not to not be making as much money as you want, right? Maybe you want to just be making 20K a month. Cool, that's good. Maybe you want to be making 100K profit every month. That's cool. But the way you do it is leverage trends, okay? And definition of a trend is a prevailing tendency or inclination towards something, okay? In this case, it's TikTok, anything related to TikTok, really, right? TikTok ads, TikTok, UGCs, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? There is a prevailing tendency right now in the marketplace for this mechanism, okay? And success is much more effortless, or is effortless when the market actually wants what you're selling, okay? We can even look back at my first business success, which was appointment setting, which is still one of the reasons why most people work with us. I ended up realizing that, like, why am I trying to start an advertising agency when I figured out how to book meetings, and I know how painful it was for me to, not be able to book meetings. So I started selling appointment setting services. And of course, I leverage a trend because there are so many business owners getting created online. So all of them need meetings. So I was like, oh my God, this is also a trend, right? And I scaled it to 30K a month in 4 months or less, right? Now, imagine, to understand what kind of like impact the trend can have on your business. Imagine starting a Facebook ad agency in 2014 versus starting one in 2022, right? How many people in this webinar, the hundreds of people we have, how many people have tried running and scaling a Facebook ad agency but can hardly get any meetings? Can you leave a message in the chat below? We've all been there. I know everyone. Like, it's crazy, right? But and the fact is, Facebook is not necessarily like, of course, it might be a little worse, but Facebook is still an amazing platform to actually advertise on, right? But if you tried selling it to the marketplace, you would literally grow old before you make money, right? And it's not even because the service or the product is bad. It's just because the market has become numb to the actual thing, right? Now, when you compare it to TikTok, it's something new. People don't really understand the platform. They're starting to understand it a little bit more, but there's a huge, chunk of the market that has not yet, that is not up to date. Okay. So, and the second thing is, it's easy to understand. Once you understand the winning content framework, to be honest, for me, I think that the hardest part around TikTok is content, because everything else, media buying, advertising, finding creators, this is easy. This is stuff that you could learn on YouTube in 2 seconds. This you can also learn on YouTube in a few seconds. But like content, knowing how to design them, all this good stuff is what's going to keep most people from not really being able to fulfill for their clients. Okay. Now, the third thing is that the success rate is through the roof, right? The average growth of that our clients see is, let's say, 5 to 10K a month in new revenue every 45 days. But clients that have launched this new TikTok offer and acquisition systems, are adding 10 to 20K per month in literally like Some will do it in less than a month, right? In like a few weeks, right? Chris, Chris, I know you've gone from like, I know you're around 20K per month right now. Can you let people know what's the time frame that you actually close those 3 deals that got you those 20K a month?
Yeah, for sure. It was like what, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 4 meetings, 4 closes. This is 2 7-figure brands, 2 other brands doing like 50K, 100K in rev.
Nice. And can you compare that to how many calls you got with before you actually started pushing this thing? At least the new, more thorough offer that you have today. How many
Yeah.
meetings did you actually book before?
Yeah, prior, I would say I was averaging what, like 1 to 5 meetings a month. Now with this offer, booking 5 to 10 meetings a week, and more so like pumping up the numbers now, it's like doubling just because
All right.
this offer is killing it, man.
Yeah. So 3 weeks, 0 to 20K a month, right? No money spent on ads. Well, most agencies, to be honest, will take 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Maybe some will never achieve this 100K a month mark, right? Our customers are doing it in 6 months, which is actually, for me personally, it's actually pretty insane. So yeah, you can try to start or scale a Facebook ad agency or an email marketing offer or a CRO or any other service, but it will take you a year or more to make 100K a month, right? Now, am I saying that these other offers don't work? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that they're not trendy. So you're going to have to do a lot more effort. You're going to fight an uphill battle to actually make money. Okay, that's it. I'm sure you guys have seen the case study from Amar. He went from 0 to 60K a month in 7 weeks, which was actually scary. And then I think right now he's around 150K a month, right? He did it in like the first 5 months of launching his offer, right? Amar had previously scaled a Facebook ad agency to 25K a month, but things collapsed in July of 2021 due to the iOS 14 update. He thought of ditching Facebook ads and starting email marketing, an email marketing offer. Even tried launching a Snapchat offer actually, but things didn't work out. It felt like he had a job because he was always like fighting to get all things done because he was like a one-man show, right? After joining the program, Amar launched a new TikTok offer with his partner. Client acquisition started in February of 2022. By end of March, they were already doing 60K a month, right? Which is mind-blowing. Now, who is this for? So I personally think this thing is going to be for two people, right? Maybe it's for you if you're just maybe starting out and need/want to start with a winning offer. You have no desire in wanting to achieve and live the life that you want to be living. No, wait, you have no desire in waiting to achieve and live the life that you want to be living. Okay. Most people make the mistake to try and figure out everything by themselves, and they end up wasting 2 to 5 years of their life when these could have been 2 to 5 years of being free financially while you're making 20K, 50K, 100K a month, right? The old thing of like, hey, you need to get rich slow. Yeah, let's let that for the people who are, who are okay with dying broke. Now, the second person that this would be for is you're already running a successful agency or an online service business, making anywhere between 20K to 100K per month, but you're starting to realize that there's way too much resistance when you're trying to sell your current services. It's getting harder and harder for you to sign more clients or to sign at least more than 4 to 5 clients per month, right? And then you have people, you're seeing so-and-so launch their TikTok offer and scale ridiculously fast, and you don't want to be left behind because you decided not to play the game, okay? So this is really it. Maybe, maybe you're starting out, maybe you've just gone through a course and you're stuck. You're like, oh my God, this guy sold me a Facebook ad agency. I don't know if this is the right thing. Should I go to TikTok? Yeah, go to TikTok. Okay. The second thing is I know people right now who are making actually good money, right? Even I'm to a point that sometimes I'm like, yo, should I start a TikTok agency? Right? Like that, it's that bad, right? Because it's so easy, like when I see customers winning, right? Now, what are we going to be covering today's training? I'm going to be covering a few winning offers. I'm going to be covering our client acquisition infrastructure. I'm not going to be doing it, but Chris is going to be going in over service delivery infrastructure. Koopa is going to be going over demo and sales call process. And Ashley is going to be going over UGC packages and how you can make a profit from them. And then we're going to end with some Q&As. Okay. Staying till the end will guarantee that you know everything that you need to succeed in scaling a TikTok agency past 50K a month. Okay. Now, winning offers. I'm going to start with the first one. And this is the easiest one, by the way. Okay. And this is personally, this is what I prefer. I love this offer. Now, of course, it's an easy offer, meaning a lot of people can compete with you. But if you have authority online, you always get to take 80% of the market, even if other people can do the same thing as you, right? As an example, how many people do you guys know that do appointment setting? How many do you think are doing 150 grand a month? Not many, right? Some people can't even scale past 20K a month with their appointment setting agencies, right? But we're able to scale past, almost multiple six-figure a month because, we've kind of built like a name for ourselves, right? So if you want to beat competition, build a name for yourself, right? We can talk about that another day. That's not the topic for today, right? But the first offer is short-form content creation and distribution offer, right? What I mean by that is you go and partner with someone, maybe a consultant, maybe a coach, maybe a real estate agent, maybe maybe a brand, or maybe a SaaS business. Like, doesn't matter, right? Anyone who feels like they could build and they need to build an audience in order to make more money. And then you're like, hey, just shoot this content. Maybe you give them this content structure and then they shoot it and then they send it to you. And then you just chop it up and then add some captions, some subtitles, and then you distribute it for them on TikTok, on Instagram Reels, and Facebook Reels, as well as Shorts. Okay. Now, a lot of people don't really understand why people would want this market, or why the market wants this offer. And even worse, most people don't actually understand the sales angle that you should leverage trying to sell this service. Okay. You see, what so I get around 5 pitches a week with people who have launched this offer, and I rarely ever show them any of my attention, right? Because they lack the right angle to sell me this offer, right? Most of them are like, hey, Serge, give me some of your content. I'll chop it off for you for free. I'm like, I don't want free shit. I want an amazing service, and I want you to tell me why this would be amazing for me. Okay. Now, in order for me to explain why the actual sales angle you guys should use to sell this offer, let me share with you guys a short like podcast segment that was pretty important when I actually heard it, right? This is the first time that I learned about Kunal Shah. I've never heard of him, but when I heard him say this, I was like, oh my God, who is this guy, right? And apparently he owns an $800 million company. So anyone who's built an $800 million company probably has something to teach you about business, okay? So the whole angle of this offer is that you should be selling social status. It has nothing to do with distributing content. Like, nobody cares about Reels. Nobody cares about TikToks, right? But let Kunal Shah explain it, okay? Yeah, by the way, if you guys don't check out this podcast knowledge project, then you should probably know that you're broke, okay? But let's keep going. But check this out.
Let's believe this is true. Now, products and services, this example of, like, just imagine this. Let's say all of us are on some level of social status in life. Let's say, Shane, you are at level 90, I'm at level 60, somebody is at level 200, and so on and so forth. And let's believe this is true. Now, products and services are also at some levels in life. For example, I would say Louis Vuitton is at level 160, HBS education is at level 200. And let's just imagine these things. And let's say fueling your car is at level 30, and so on and so forth. By design, gross margins exist when you allow human beings to jump their social status. And gross margins disappear when you do not help them increase their social status. For example, I will keep moving to a utility service provider as long as they keep offering me lower price, as long as the time required and the effort required is the same. Because the department of your brain that deals with that is the CFO of the brain, who's only looking for cost cuts. But the CMO of your brain is saying that, oh my God, if I crack HBS and I will be able to jump the social status and my income will multifold, and therefore it is okay to spend years, time, money to get a chance to get into Ivy League. And therefore, Ivy League can keep increasing the gross margin with no trouble because they promise, or even if they give you hope. Let's give example of Vegas right now. Vegas does not assure you become rich, but the hope lottery, which is a chance of being level 30 jumping to level 200. I'm okay to go all in once in a while. Especially poor people get sucked into that a lot more, because imagine it's like being on a poker table with the smallest stack. The best strategy you feel to be on the table is to go all in all the time. So when we went through pandemic, I believe that the whole world had this amygdala hijack moment where they said,
All right, so let me try to explain this in other words. So what essentially Kunal is saying is that in life we're born at a certain level, right? We're probably born at 0, right? And then you have to get to level 1,000, and let's say like social status wise, right? There's level 1,000, and that's where everyone wants to get to. Okay, now every business, or not every business really, a lot of businesses just sell products for like utility, meaning, oh, you want me to, you like to wash your windows? Cool, I don't want to do it, so this is utility, just do it for me. Okay, but the businesses that make the most amount of money are businesses that don't actually offer utility, right? As an example, the other day I went to Miami, and I was just like, yo, maybe I've never really bought anything expensive, or when it comes to like designer or stuff like that. So I went to Yves Saint Laurent, and I saw these glasses. I was like, oh shit, these are really nice, right? I didn't really check the price. I just said, hey, yeah, just give me the glasses, right? It ended up being like $700, $800, right? Now, if you try to ask me for $800 to, what is the utility thing that I would want done? If you tried asking me for $800 to, I don't know, to like clean my house, I'd be like, are you mad? I'd be like, it doesn't make sense, right? But glasses, like sunglasses that have no utility, it's just literally, they're just sitting there. Probably won't even wear them much. I was willing to pay $700 without even thinking twice, right? So the thing with this TikTok content offer is that when you're trying to sell it, you are not going to be saying, hey, I'm going to redistribute 20, 30 pieces of content every month. You're going to get 500 views on each, or 1,000 views. No. Stop that bullshit. Nobody cares about that. What people care about is, where are you going to bring me social status wise, right? So the angle that you use to sell it is, you're going to be like, hey, I'm going to make you the #1 go-to person in your industry. I'm going to get you more known than Alex Formosi, right? Because a lot of people actually believe that they have an amazing service, but they're not known. So people have no respect for them, right? So the angle that you use is, forget the mechanism, like forget the features. Nobody cares. Oh my God, guys, nobody cares, right? What people care about is, can you sell me something that makes me go up in social status, right? As an example, let's say you go to a university somewhere in your neighborhood, or somewhere in any city in the world, and they're like, hey, it costs $20,000 a year to go to. You're going to be like, oh my God, that's so much money, right? But then you go to Harvard, and let's say it's 100 grand or 200 grand or $500,000, right? And do you know what? People are like, oh my God, it's so cheap. Not because Harvard has better teachers, not because Harvard has better knowledge. I mean, it's universal knowledge. Like, it's not like it's something new, right? But just to have the fact that you went to Harvard takes you from level 0 to level 500 in society. That's what people buy. That's what people buy, nice cars. That's why people fly private. That's why people go to the club, spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on alcohol, guys. Do you guys get the point? Like, it's stupid what people do for money, right? So status is the thing we sell. Okay, we don't sell any more features, right? If you guys join our program, I'm not selling you guys 50K a month. I'm selling you guys what comes with 50K a month. Okay, so is it clear? Is it clear now on why? Yeah, I don't even think it's selling futures, guys. It's literally selling the core basic. People want approval from others. People want to be considered. People want to feel good. right? And you need to be known. You need to have people know you for who you are and respect you for that. So yeah, that's why, that's why most people do everything. Okay. So, and then guess what? Anyone who's competing with feature like utility businesses. So an example, like paid ads agencies, let's say you're like, oh, I'm going to run ads for you. I'm going to get you a 5x return. Okay. And then you have another agency who's like, hey, I'm going to get you a 5x return. And if I can get it, I'm going to give you $5,000. Right. What ends up happening with businesses like people who run advertising agencies is that they're providing utility, right? And what happens is that the market will always go to the person who delivers utility at the cheapest cost, right? Because if I have someone who's saying like, hey, I can do the same thing that he's promised you to do for half the price, well, I'm going to go with that person, right? Unless that person is actually offering me status. Maybe it's someone who's famous, and just by working with them, I'm going to like go up a level, right? Or being friends with him, right? But what ends up happening with agencies that sell utility is that their gross margins literally disappear. I swear to God, I cannot tell you how many ads I see from agency owners saying, hey, I'll do this for free. And if I can do it for free, I'll actually even pay you. At this point, I'm like, guys, how do you even fucking make your money, guys? How can your agency make money? It doesn't make sense. You're promising. It's like, stop competing on price, level up your status, and make sure that people come to you and they're willing to pay 10 times what they would pay for the same thing elsewhere. Guys, you gotta stop competing on price. That's mad. Why is our program 15 grand? Because I don't want to be competing with other broke boys out there who's trying to sell you like outreach or VAs for $1,000 or $2,000. That's crazy. What you get here is something completely different. Okay. But anyway, this is an important point for me to make because I have like, once you understand it, it can help you out a lot. Okay. So you're selling X person in a Y niche to jump to the top 1% of their industry by leveraging a content machine and leveraging the virality of the TikTok or just these social short form content algorithms. Okay, because it's really easy to actually blow up, right? I had a TikTok of mine go to like 200,000 views, and I had like I had the whole continent of Africa DMing me every day asking me to teach them how to make money. When I go to Rwanda, I'll probably have like maybe 20,000 girlfriends waiting for me. I'm joking, but no, guys, like it can really, you can really go viral a lot. Okay, so the opportunity cost. Now, let me also explain to you guys, because a lot of people have the objection of, oh, why wouldn't Serge go and hire someone, an editor from, I don't know, from the Philippines, from somewhere in Mexico, to do it for like $500 to $1,000 a month? Well, let me show you. Okay. Well, the truth is, I can definitely go. I actually have someone, an editor from the Philippines that I pay $500, but do you know what? I'm still paying more money to someone else to edit other pieces of content, right? But why wouldn't someone edit the content themselves? That's also another objection, right? Well, let's say client acquisition revenue in the last 28 days has been $157,000. Okay. Let's say I work 30 hours a week. That's 120 hours a month. That, if you divide that by number of work, I probably, let's say, make 1.3K an hour. Okay. Now, if I was to edit my own content, it would be costing me $1,000 per hour that I edit the content, right? And it would probably take me 3 hours a month to do it, right? So it probably end up costing me like almost like $4 grand to do it, right? So why would I, in what world would it make sense for me to edit my content myself when I can get someone to do it for 1.5K, 2.5K, and spend 10 to 20 hours a month doing it? Okay. So that's why most people will not do it themselves, or they will not even go find someone to even hire, right? They'd rather have it done. For people who are making money, they want shit done. Okay. Leilani launched this offer. She's a girl who jumped in the program a few months ago, went through a course, didn't see success. And when she jumped in our offer, she first tried launching a e-com offer, TikTok offer. But I was like, hey, you're just getting started. E-com can be a little tricky. So why don't you launch this TikTok content offer? And a few days later, she signed her first client, 2.5K. And yeah, easy money. She just got started. It was probably like her second sales call ever, right? And then can also be the content offer, right? A lot of people say, oh, but content doesn't deliver outcome. Content doesn't deliver ROI. Well, That's if you stop at this first level. Okay. So most people who are pushing this content offer will do this, right? They'll be like, hey, I'll do B2B content creation, TikTok reels, Hormozy style videos. I'll do content topics, editing. I'll add the subtitles. I'll chop it up, whatever. And then I'll consistently post on your page 5 to 7 days a week. Okay. And then they find a contractor who's good at editing the thing, and then use the biggest personal brands in the niche as your case studies, right, to try to sell it. But if you really want to become a beast at this offer, what you do is you actually go a step further, right? And you actually help that person, your client, convert that new audience into money. Okay. So an example of a headline could be, hey, I'm making it unreasonable for a real estate agent struggling to get known, scale their personal brand and following past 50,000 followers by leveraging TikTok, whatever the TikTok mechanism can be, in 6 months or less, right? So as an example, you can easily get 2,000 views on every other reel that you post, right? And from there, that real estate agent is probably going to be getting around 100 followers at the lowest to 500 followers per week, every single week, okay? Now, what ends up happening is that if you're smart, if you know how to run acquisition, is you would build a Facebook group and call it Home Buyers and Sellers Insights, right? How to sell your home for 3 times the price. Create a Facebook group for that, embed the link on their TikTok and their Instagram. You add a few questions to qualify everyone who joins the Facebook group, okay? And then you hire a virtual assistant to start conversation with everyone who joins that group, and you try to book them on a meeting. Hey, do you have a home that you need to sell? Oh, you don't have a home? Would you be interested in having in selling a home in the next, or buying a home in the next few months? Okay, so now you've grown their audience, but you've actually also built a conversion mechanism, and now the person cannot fire you, right? This is how you can go from charging $2,000 to charging 5-10 grand a month, right? So this is the first offer. Is it clear? Is it clear, my people? Yes, yeah. Just shoot it again in the comment. Perfect. All right, now let's go to the next one. This next one is pretty straightforward, guys. Paid ads and UGCs to e-com or B2B. Most of our clients are pushing this offer, and it's pretty straightforward. Solve the biggest bottleneck for these companies, which is user-generated content creation and distribution at scale. Add in a little bit of advertising on TikTok, right? Paired with Facebook. Don't forget that Facebook is going to need to be included with your offer, guys, because TikTok is not as great at retargeting as Facebook. So make sure you include it, right? But don't go in and saying, hey, I'll do Facebook ad for you. No way. They'll not even pay attention to you, right? Sell them what they want and then give them what they need. Okay.